Hello, and thank you for joining us for part two of our series on how to maximize your gift shop operations at your hospital. In part one of this series, we looked at gift store operations, took a look at staffing models, how they can really differ across hospitals. We spoke about inventory management and how it is typically one of the areas where we can find a lot of ways to help the stores manage inventory more productively, which has the impact of bolstering gross margins, another area that we focused on with specific mention of how to try to maximize gross margins across different categories. Finally, we covered merchandising ideas and suggestions for some of the biggest hospital gift shop categories. If you haven't seen part one and would like a copy of that, please email me. My contact details are at the end of this message. Today, we're looking at the advertising, promotional, and PR side of the hospital gift shop business and how to develop campaigns and drive attention through marketing, branding, and signage. As part of being a nonprofit, there are limits to the types of advertising that you can do, particularly when it comes to paid advertising. So big note, just be careful here. One great way to market the store in a way that doesn't cross over those lines is through hospital newsletters. The newsletters of associated businesses like aged care facilities and other local nonprofits and all forms of local publications. Many of these newspapers, newsletters, and publications are looking for stories to fill their pages, and submitting something to them with a picture will usually go a long way and some goodwill because they're happy to post your article. Sending them a few paragraphs about the store, some of the latest promotions you have, and how it's helped the hospital can be great marketing campaigns. It's also a great way to drive new volunteers to the gift shop. It does things like highlight different volunteers, makes people aware of the need for volunteers at the hospital, makes people aware of wanting to give back to the community and help you out on a volunteer basis, as well as hopefully driving more foot traffic to the store. Social media is probably going to be one of the best marketing avenues that you have in this day and age, and there are all kinds of things you can do here. You can advertise a sale of the day on Instagram, or one store I know would search out closeout items for sale, things like decorative coat hangers that they were able to buy for a cent each. Another one dug into their inventory for things that just weren't selling or were close to expiry when it came to candy bars. And the first 10 people to check in every Tuesday on Facebook received a free item. It's important when you look at social media to be where your customers are. So depending upon who your bigger customers are, in many cases, it's hospital employees. And as part of those employees, many times it's the hospital nursing staff. You want to have a presence across the social media channels that these customers use. When you look at the different options you have, Snapchat tends to be the big thing for the under 20s age group. Instagram is probably an area that you want to look at, used for the 20 to 35-year-olds. Facebook used more broadly across the board by most males and females. Instagram, again, also used by males and females. Facebook tends to be more for the over 40s. Also, don't forget about things like Pinterest, particularly for the typical type of customers that shop at his hospital gift shops, posting, gift basket ideas, posting competitions, posting, different things that volunteers do at different parts of their life or for the hospital can be a great Pinterest idea. Posting recipes and then showing them the items that you have in the store, the bowls, the serving spoons, etc., to help them, create those recipes at home. Another great idea. Store branding and the consistent use of a store logo is a critical part of the success of a retail destination. A store name can be a very important element of branding and a great way to signal what the store is about and the kind of message that you want to send your customers. I know that in many cases, people aren't happy with the hospital gift shop's name, but for different reasons really can't change it. So if this is the case, adding an attractive logo to correspond to that name can really bolster your brand. And then using that logo and name consistently across multiple facets of the organization can really send the message that the organization is invested in the venture, the merchandise has a higher value. This logo should be used everywhere, in your email communication, in your Facebook posts, in your gift certificates, on your signage, any sales notices that you have, and all written and digital communication. So this touches on some of the branding and marketing areas. There's a lot more. It can go a lot deeper. I'm just trying to give you the high level here. But next step is signage. So this is probably the most effective way to notify foot traffic about where you are and what you have to offer. Lobby signs are the most influential piece of the signage plan for when people enter the front door, so they know that there is a gift shop. They know where it is because you want to combine it with the directional signage, and how to find it. Pedestal signs are the kinds of things that are usually placed in high traffic areas and strategically located to reinforce the visual concept that exists within the store. Directional signage is important from all points of the hospital, with both wayfinding and, in some creative cases, vinyl floor signs for outside waiting and entry areas can be a great way to add interest to old and dated hospital corridors. We've seen great examples, particularly at children's hospitals, of paw prints, that direct people to the gift shop. Table tents, fantastic for highlighting seasonal offerings and can be really effective in high traffic locations like the cafe and cafeteria, notifying them about some sale or some merchandise that you've just gotten in. It's also a great way when you have different themes to really drive those themes throughout the hospital. Store signage is, of course, one of the other most important pieces. The store should be well signed, with the store name and logo highly visible. And in addition to this, store hours attractively posted on the door, window, or through some other way. Okay, here's a little bit about us. So we work with hospital systems across a broad range of initiatives, not just gift shops, a lot of consumer-facing healthcare streams, help find millions of dollars in new revenues and additional profits from the hospitals that we've worked with, and really look to help our hospitals grow their retail revenue, their out-of-pocket consumer revenue, and a gift shop is a great way to do this. Most retail stores would kill for the type of foot traffic that a hospital sees on a daily basis. Here's a little bit about the services that we offer to hospital gift shops. Generally, we'll take the form of a one-day on-site where we look at the ways that we can help you improve the design and performance of the store, how to find operational improvements to improve sales, inventory, and margins. We help look at staffing and how you might be able to improve your staffing operations and increase the size of your volunteer pool, as well as product, vendor management, all of the kinds of things that go into running a hospital gift shop. The cost is dependent upon the size of your hospital, generally between $2,500 to $10,000, depending upon how big the hospital is and how many stores we are looking at, but generally less than $5,000. Here's my contact details. Feel free to email me with any questions you might have. I'm really able to generally help with a few minutes on a phone, talk about your gift shop, how big it is, and just happy to offer a few basic suggestions if that's something that you're looking for. Have a great rest of your day, and thank you for attending our webinar.